Nick and Sam, the co-creators of the CaliFlwr Classic, have teamed up once again to bring you the CaliFlwr Open at Bell Golf Course. It's Nick, so excited to be here for the layout with you guys. We got hole number 1, 330-foot par 3. We're throwing off from the high point of the location here, teeing off from the right. As you throw down, it's going to be an OB green that we have to contend with, throwing at this elevated basket. Not only is it the green that's out of bounds, but we have 2 lines as well. One backside just in front of the trees, and then everything to the right in that concrete gutter, out of bounds. Be careful, this one's tricky. Hole 2 is a par 4. Scopes out about 440 feet. Now there's a few things to contend with here. We've got a hole playing to the right, so all those trees to the right hand side are OB as well. You'll see flags out there the day of. And then we've got the green here to the left, OB line there, and then that last tree there in the middle, the slingshot tree, is Mando right of it. So just follow as the drone is flying, and you'll make your way down to the basket here. Slanted green, elevated basket, short fence behind it. Definite eagle chance for those big arms out there. All right, we got hole 3 here, 220-foot par 3. There are 2 different holes that are going to be playing from the same tee pad. We're playing to the basket on the left for hole 3. And as you see, of course, we've got our OB green. There will be a line on the backside just inside those trees, but we're playing to this basket here to the left. Low basket, pretty straightforward backhand hyzer shot. On to hole 4, 220 feet, par 3. This is a fading to the right shot. Now, we have to throw this one into the concrete area. So if you throw right or left of those OB lines, yeah, that's a penalty stroke. So we got to throw into this concrete area, fade to the right. I think it's a right-handed backhand turnover, putter, mid maybe. And you're going to see this beautiful basket in the shadows on this pedestal here. So go for the ace run and then make the birdie putt. Climb up the hill to hole 5, 240-foot par 3. Throwing uphill from in front of this tee pad here. We're going to be throwing on an island. Now, the island starts right about here. Front line's there. And you're going to get left side, right side, back side lines as well. And this green is OB. There's going to be bubbling OB lines behind both of the baskets. We're playing to the one to the left here. And then that X is going to be the drop zone if you make it out of bounds on any of the drives. But you're going to see this sick little hanging basket in this tree. Beautiful. Good luck. And then we've got hole 6, a big par 4, 511 feet, teeing off left side of this fence. You immediately got to go Mando right of this tree here, that white one. And then super deep, if you throw it out and flip it, it's going to be OB across the line, but you want to start turning left. Fly over this ball golf green and then make it double Mando through those 2 trees. Now, there is going to be a line connecting the whole left side, so you cannot go left, but both of the ball golf greens are going to be out of bounds. So stay away from those and anything flagged up. You turn left around the corner here, and you'll see our basket. Of course, right behind it, OB line. I'm pretty close to it, but if you can get a long drive skipping left, you may even have an eagle bid, guys. Let's go for it. All right, hole 7. We're teeing off from back here behind the tee pad, and you have to throw left of that dark tree right there. So I think a good forehand. It plays about 250 feet, 260 uphill. There's going to be an OB green and then a line running the whole right side of this hole just to kind of split things up. All right, we're on to hole number 8, 265-foot par 3. We're throwing slightly uphill. There is going to be an OB green here with that blue flag, but our shot is going to be wanting to go left. Kind of skip like this drone almost did and find this green, which is tucked up here. Such a cool basket kind of hidden behind these bushes. It's going to be wild. Hole number 9, 325 feet, par 3. We got a downhill shot teeing off just to the right of this fence area. Beautiful hole here. We're going to be opening up into this wide open fairway. There is, of course, this out of bounds green that we're flying right over, and basket's tucked just behind it. So the green, and then there is that line protecting the hole behind it. Just don't go too far back, and you're good to go. You have a nice little putt for your birdie. We're on hole 10 now, 245-foot par 3, throwing onto the island again, same one as number 5. Now it's a different tee pad throwing to a different basket, but the same island. Same rules apply. There's a line in the front, line back, and then bubbling around the basket. And the green on the island is also OB. There will be a drop zone for both holes that will share if they do not make it on a drive. And then there's your basket with all the lovely trees behind it to catch it. Hole 11, 270-foot par 3. We're going to be throwing over this concrete area, which is all going to be out of bounds, along with the green is going to be out of bounds as well. But you'll see the basket right here, straight on, and there will be an OB line just deep of the basket. Hole 12 is a 190-foot par 3, little chip shot, but it's sharing the same fairway as hole number 1. So we're going to be tucked off to the side here, next to the fence. Got to go mando left of this second tree off the tee pad, and don't throw it over the fence into the street. That OB green to the right is still in play, but our basket is way to the left over here. Now, as you get closer to the shade, there will be OB line deep of this basket, so don't go throwing it too far, but not too bad. Hole 13, 332-foot par 3. Same idea as our last hole, playing parallel to the big holes. This is playing parallel to hole number 2. We got to go double mando, tucked off to the fence here. Double mando through these 2 white trees. And then we've still got this OB green that we're going to be approaching here, as you can see. But what we want to be shooting towards is that star way off to the left. Our basket's going to be hanging from a tree over there. So I think the shot is to skip it off of the green, off of the double mando, skip off the green, and then pitch off to the left here. And then, this hanging basket that we're going to be putting in this tree is going to be treacherous, to say the least. Can't wait. On to hole 14, 246-foot par 3. We're sharing the same tee pad as hole number 3. Now, this one is going to be shooting off to the right, OB green here on the left, but there's also going to be an OB line that's connecting from the fence where we teed off all the way down the right-hand side of the hole. And then it will bubble behind the basket that we're going to be shooting towards, this high elevated basket on this little hill behind the green here. You'll probably have about 20 to 30 feet of distance behind. Hole 15, 290-foot par 3. We are throwing over this big concrete out of bounds area. There'll be flags lined up on both sides. Now we're approaching the basket here. It's straight ahead of us, pretty wide open shot traditionally. But what we're doing is, of course, the green is OB, but we're going to be drawing like an extension of this OB green, making it almost like a big lake that kind of spills out in front of the basket and behind it a little bit too. So you don't want to be landing short of the basket or too far behind it. Hole 16, 235-foot par 3, through these double mando trees right off the tee pad. It's a low ceiling shot. We've got this OB green that we're approaching, but our basket's off to the left there. Now there's this big net that's right behind the basket. We're actually going to put the basket right next to it. So you can go for the little wall ride ace, but if you slide under that net, you're going to have to slide back under. All right, hole 17, 295-foot par 3, plays a little more like 310, 315 with the uphill. We're crisscrossing with hole number 8, sharing the same fairway, and it's a pretty straightforward shot. Uphill, you've got this OB green that you're going to want to fly over and past to our beautiful basket just behind this tree. All right, this is hole 18, 366-foot par 4. We are sharing the same tee pad as hole number 11. Now we're throwing over this OB concrete area, throwing over this OB green, and there's going to be a line that runs the whole backside of this hole, basically separating our peninsula we're flying over now and hole number 1. That red line on the right is also going to be out of bounds. And as we progress down the peninsula, finally getting to our basket, you'll see where we have this peninsula green kind of wrapped in OB on the backside. And for everyone wondering where we're going to host this longest drive competition, check out a shot here. This is where we'll be launching from. Wide open, slightly downhill. Just got to get it through those 2 trees. Let's see what you can do. So sign up for the CaliFlwr Open, March 1st. Thank you to all of our sponsors who are going to help make this event a reality. It started as a dream, started as an idea. Without y'all, it would have stayed just that. Thank you so much. We cannot wait to see you there.